I recently went to this insanely popular new exhibition at the Museum of Contemporary Art in Tokyo called Ryuichi Sakamoto, Seeing Sound, Hearing Time. I do not rate it, and it was too crowded. Here's my full review. This is an exhibit that opened in December and is closing March 30th of this year. Since it opened, it had gotten rave reviews by visitors and local magazines, so much so that tickets have been selling out. The museum has enacted time entries instead, advised visitors not to come on weekends, and even extended opening hours to accommodate the crowds. I went on a random Thursday afternoon and the crowds and lines were still insanely long. The exhibit is about Ryuichi Sakamoto, a Japanese composer and musician. He had a long career that covered a diverse range of genres. In the West, he is most notable for composing the film scores such as The Last Emperor and The Revenant. He recently passed away, which added to the hype. The exhibit mostly covered his work that was more visually based. There were 12 rooms, about half of them I couldn't film in, but let me cover what was in each room before moving on to my full review. Rooms 1, 4, 5, and 6 just had abstract films with abstract music. I skipped room 5 because the line was too long. Room 2 had like a water well with rain dripping from the ceiling. Room 3 was a piano that had a mechanical device installed on top that played a random note based on seismic activity around the world. It was about one note every 20 seconds. Room 7 was a bunch of iPhones and iPads attached to the wall, creating a collage of pictures. Room 8 was by far the most interesting, with footage from his 1999 multimedia opera, Life, projected on water and fog. Room 9 was just an archive library. Room 10 was just a bunch of fog. Room 11 was also semi-interesting, just a projection of Sakamoto playing 2 of his compositions on a player piano. And Room 12 was an LED display and speakers. Interestingly, what was being communicated was all of the electromagnetic fields from Wi-Fi, radio, phone signals in the local area. I feel like I've seen more interesting and similar exhibits in other museums. Perhaps I would have found the exhibit more interesting if I knew more about Sakamoto prior, or if there was more material visuals to enjoy and touch, rather than just film media. And if there was less of a crowd so I can enjoy it in my own space. While in other parts of the world, the longer the line is, the less likely people will queue for the line. While in Japan, the longer the line is, the more people want to join the line. This applies to restaurants, stores, theme parks, and of course museums. It ends up creating a snowball effect for crowd sizes. Most people are there because more people are there. Anyways, if you already know and enjoy Sakamoto, definitely go. If not, perhaps stay home.